Hey everybody, Dwarf666 here. We've got the Braineaters from 1958 up here, and the Creeper from 1948 here, and welcome to my mid-October horror movie DVD Blu-ray update, and all that jazz. You guys know how I like to get this sort of stuff started. If you've been watching for a while, you guys know I don't drink too much anymore, but it is pumpkin beer season after all, so we have Elysian's Dark of the Moon. This is a pumpkin stout, and it's fucking awesome. So cheers. Alright. And then you guys know how I also like to get it started. Cheers once again. Alright, let's get right into this, guys. Happy October. Alright, first one here. We're going to start with some slashers, and I actually found a few more movies. I was thinking I was only going to be able to get a couple Halloween-themed horror movies into each update, but I actually found a few for each of them. So, first one here we have is Pumpkins from 2018. This is ridiculously bad, honestly. Still had a lot of fun with it. I feel like it definitely completely fell out midway through, but still, I enjoyed it enough for what it was. I knew it was going to be bad, but plenty of funny stuff about it. Some decent kills, but, you know, really bad slasher overall. Still wanted to grab it for the Halloween theme of it, though. And it's not really super uber Halloween either. It's like really British flick as well. Just happens to be about jack-o'-lanterns. Pumpkins, rather. Alright, next up we have another slasher with Quentin Rampage Jackson. This is A Psychopath. I've watched this one quite a few times, and I didn't really like it the first few times I'd watched it. But this most recent watch, I finally, you know, enjoyed it more than the last ones. So, honestly, it's not really a great slasher movie. It takes a lot from Halloween plot-wise, but, you know, it's not horrible. It definitely, I feel like this one definitely flops before the end too, but still not bad. Alright, we've got some creature features next, guys. We've got Crying Wolf. This is a werewolf movie. You know, dollar store find. Not very good, but still had a lot of fun with it. The werewolves in this are really not bad. And there's some pretty fun, you know, gory kills in it too. So, if you're into that sort of thing, go for it. Cheesy fun. Oh, and it's just going to keep getting cheesier, everybody. We have Croc-Zilla here. This has 4 other films on it that I already have. We have Attack of the Giant Leeches, Piranha from 1972, Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet, and The Killer Shrews with this, but I bought it for Croxzilla because I'd never seen it. This is a really, really extremely cheesy movie. Honestly, wasn't, like, for me. I watched it a couple times. I had fun with it, but it's really not my thing. But, you know, as far as giant monster movies go, it's pretty fun. Alright, and somehow it continues to get cheesier, guys. We have House Shark. This came out from SRS. They do a lot of weird stuff. SRS Cinema. And Hurricane Bridge Entertainment. This one was really, really long for some reason. Like, this is almost 2 hours long. It came out in 2018, I believe. It started out really good, but, you know, with such a long runtime, it's really, really flops before the end. So, I had some fun with it, but, man, I don't know when I'll ever be breaking this one out again. But, House Shark. Alright. So I wouldn't say this next one's cheesier, but it is still a creature feature. So we have Rise of the Gargoyles. I'd actually been looking for this one for quite some time. Found it really, really cheap at a dollar store and finally scooped it up. I thought that this was from the Maneater series. It might be. I'm not really sure. I would have to take a look into that, but I swear that's where I know it from. I saw it in some Maneater series 3-packs back in the day, but this was okay. You know, definitely not even close to the best creature feature I've seen, let alone in this update, so tread lightly, but still, I had fun with it. Alright, we got some haunted house films here before we move into the Blu-rays. We have An English Haunting, another dollar store pickup. Started out okay. There's definitely some creepy moments in it, but it just wasn't great, and I don't know. I'll give it a try again at some point, but for now, it was just okay. We have a video rental store copy of The Possession Experiment. This one was okay too. Possession movies aren't really my thing as is, so I'm sort of, predisposed to being against them, or at least not enjoying them so much. But this one was okay. The Possession Experiment was all right. I won't, take anything away from it. This is just really not my thing as is, and if it is your thing, you'll probably enjoy it. Alright, we're going to move into some Blu-rays, guys. I'm going to take this slip off because I feel like it looks better without it. We have Chernobyl Diaries. I bought this film, right when it came out, forever ago. And the copy that I bought from Walmart didn't have the disc in it. So recently I found this Blu-ray at a pawn shop. I think it was like $3. Just scooped it up, finally reacquired. Chernobyl Diaries is a lot of fun too. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. Not great, but still pretty fun. I liked it a lot. I saw it in theaters. Got a Shudder original here. We have Stay Out of the Attic. This was all right as far as Shudder releases goes. As far as they go, rather. I was expecting it to be a little better. It was still, fairly brutal for what it was. It was creepy, but I guess, not really my thing. Definitely not my favorite Shudder release, but still, I would give it a go. Not bad at all. Shudder really puts out a lot of good stuff. At this point, I've bought so many physical releases that I've enjoyed. I don't know why I haven't just gotten Shudder. All right, we have an upgrade next. We have The Shining from 1980, Stanley Kubrick. Not much to say about this. Obviously, it's just a pure classic. This is one of my favorite movies because it's one of the first horror movies I watched with my parents when I was first getting into horror, actively started watching horror all the time. And stands the test of time for me. Me and my wife love this movie. We watch it once in a while. Just had to upgrade. All right, next up, something I've been sitting on for a while. This was okay. This is definitely one of my least favorite Halloween-themed movies that I've gotten recently, and you'd think I would have really liked it. I'm definitely going to have to give it another shot at some point. But we have Trick with Tom Atkins from RLJE Films. They do some great releases. They really do. This came out in 2019. This comes off as more of a crime drama sort of thing at first. I don't really know what to make of it. I definitely want to give it another watch. Maybe I was a little tad drunk or something when I watched it, but it didn't stick for me, so it is what it is. I'm definitely going to check it out some more in the future. And if you haven't seen Trick, I definitely still, from what I remember of it, I would recommend you give it a try. Okay, last Blu-ray we have here for the update, guys. It's a combo from Scream Factory. You guys know I love to fit them into my updates pretty often. So we have X-Ray from 1983 and Schizoid from 1980. A couple of really great classic slashers. X-Ray being better in my opinion. Schizoid still pretty fun. I'm not going to go too far into these because I never do if I don't have singular editions of them, but I picked this up to see if I wanted to get singular editions of either, and yeah, I do. So at some point I'll probably be getting rid of this when I acquire them in their own singular releases. Alright, we're going to get back into some more DVDs before we wrap this up, guys. We have a kaiju film here, Godryga versus Kingoga. And this was absolutely fucking bonkers. This is also from SRS Cinema. And this is the first release from them that I've seen in a long time where I'm just like, good lord, how in the fuck could anybody keep up with this shit? It's mainly puppets from what I can tell. There are some, actual actors in it, but a lot of the action in it is just puppets and really bad CGI. It's really, really bonkers for sure, even as far as kaiju films are concerned. So tread lightly, but I had a good time with it. Alright, this one is just a random acquisition. You guys know I like to pick up a snapper case when I find it. So we have Deep Blue Sea. You guys saw that I recently acquired the other movies in this series, or rather just the sequel. I think I got a 2-pack of them both. And yeah, I enjoyed this film. It wasn't really what I thought it was going to be. I was always too scared to watch it when it came out. But, you know, having watched it recently, it's definitely not my favorite shark movie, but I had enough fun with it. Just had to pick up the snapper case when I saw it. Okay, what do we have here? We have Spirit Trap from 2004. It's like a haunted mansion sort of thing, you know, predating Paranormal Activity by just a few years, I believe, so hadn't quite started with that whole shtick yet. It's definitely more of an early 2000s effort, rental store sort of thing, but I had fun with it. You should definitely check it out if you haven't. Man, it's so stuffy in here. My bad, guys. The Tie That Binds, I find this to be pretty much like a total follow-up to The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. It's from the same people, basically, and it's basically the same sort of thing with Daryl Hannah still in it, you know. This was good. I wouldn't say that I would go out of my way to find it or anything. I just kind of happened upon it, but I liked it, you know, well enough. I really enjoyed the Hand That Rocks the Cradle, and like I said, this bears such a strong resemblance. And if you like that movie, you'll probably end up liking this one too. All right, we have a slasher parody sort of thing. The Anchor Bay release. When did this come out? 2007. This is Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, and it's basically just a slasher parody sort of thing, going over all the tropes and just everything about slasher movies. Pays homage to the classics and stuff from the 80s. I'm not really sure what to make of this one either. I don't want to expose the plot at all. I just want people to go see it if they haven't seen it. So if you find Behind the Mask, definitely check it out. Not one of my favorites that I've seen recently, but an interesting, pretty funny watch. All right, we have Eden Lake. You guys know I've been checking out these Dimension Extremes a lot lately, crossing them off my list after years and years. Eden Lake from 2008. None of these are ever like what I think they're going to be. They always look like they're going to be some run-of-the-mill slasher, predictable plot. And I didn't really see this one coming. They always have it's weird. I just wanted to check if they were still connected. Anyways, this one is also exceptionally British. I find that most modern British horror tends to be pretty dry, in my opinion, but this was pretty balls to the wall and nasty. Not even like straight horror, just really, really brutal, though. I had fun with it. You should definitely check out Eden Lake if you're into really brutal films. All right. Here we have the last Halloween film, Halloween-themed film for the update. We have Someone Is Watching from 2000, Stephanie Powers and Margot Kidder. This is only slightly Halloween-themed because there's like a Halloween dance that like is only mentioned in the movie. You don't even see it in the synopsis or anything. But this was a really cool film. It turned out to be, I thought it was going to be sort of supernaturally, like, you know, in that realm, more of a supernatural slasher or something, or like a haunted house thing, but it doesn't really turn out to be like that. I still really enjoyed it though. This oozes like my childhood, like the vibes that the cinematography in this movie gives me is just like, I feel like I'm right at home, like age 10 at my parents' house watching this. So it's really fun. Definitely dated at this point, but I had fun with it. One of the better TV movies that I've seen in a while. All right. Got a really nasty one here, something I've been putting off for a while. We have Irreversible from 2002. Not really a horror movie per se, but an exceptionally brutal and psychologically, like, oh man. It really goes out of its way to fuck you up, so tread lightly. This one is definitely a ruthless-ass film. Irreversible. All right, the last one we have in the update, we have here Angel Heart from 1987 with Mickey Rourke and Robert De Niro, Lisa Bonet. This is like a film noir sort of thing. Very, very strange plot. Lots of inferring things, you know, visually and the imagery and wise. So It's kind of a confusing watch if you're not paying attention. I definitely recommend it though. Like really, really, really good, and some gory, strange shit going on here and there. You know, it's 80s horror still. It's just very artsy, so I would definitely check it out though. Angel Heart kicked ass. And that's gonna wrap it up, guys. I'm gonna see you guys again soon with something else. I know I want to do a new episode of my horror paperback exchanges sort of series. I made one episode last year and then sat on it again, so it's about time to get that second episode up. So we'll have that up before the month is out. And then I'm working on some other stuff. I definitely want to keep the channel active until the end of October, and then kind of fall back again into my normal routine for the rest of the year as I focus on music more and more. But yeah, just stay tuned, guys. Hit that sub button, hit the alert button, ring that bell or whatever the fuck. If you guys enjoy talking about horror films with me, and that's pretty much all I got for you guys. So once again, happy October. Everyone stay safe out there, and I'll see you again some other time, guys. See ya.